Subscribe the Unique Academy's YouTube channel and press the bell icon for latest updates and videos.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Will you take a seat?
Thank you, sir.
This is your fifth attempt.
Yes, sir. This is my fifth attempt.
So what happened in the original four attempts?
Sir, my first attempt was in 2015, which I have given just after my graduation. At that time, I didn't have that much knowledge about UPSC. So just for the sake of knowledge about examination, I gave my first attempt. And in second attempt, I could not clear the prelims by 2 marks. And in third attempt, I cleared the prelims. I gave mains, but unfortunately, I could not clear the mains. In fourth attempt, I was in preparation with CAPF interview, and CAPF interview and prelims was almost on the same date. So I could not focus on prelims, and this time I have given the prelims. And
How many more attempts are left now?
I think, sir, there are maybe attempt till 38 years for SC candidate.
So that's all right, but how many more in your case?
Sir, last year I was selected for CAPF assistant commandant, and I thought that this would be my last attempt because I have taken extension, and I thought that with full energy I will give this attempt, and if unfortunately I could not clear, then I will quit UPSC and will continue with assistant commandant job.
That's the CRPF that you're being selected for.
Yes, sir.
You have not gone for a training.
Yeah, sir. I have taken extension last year. They have commenced training on 16th of February 2019, but I took extension for UPSC Civil Services preparation. And
Now I have a very basic question to ask.
yes, sir.
Very, very basic. You went all the way to IIT Varanasi
Yes, sir.
to do metallurgical engineering.
Yes, sir.
You have a score of 7.38 out of 10.
Yes, sir.
As far as the graduation is concerned. Have you done any internship?
No, sir. I haven't done any internship. I have.
While doing IIT, were you connected with any industry for any reason whatsoever?
No, sir. I was not interested in industrial areas. I took a research project at my college, IIT BHU Varanasi only during third year.
Research project.
Yes, sir.
What is the project about?
It was about Inconel 718. Means it is a material which is used for high quality or high temperature purposes, like in guns or in turbine engines. It is used, that Inconel 71 material is used, and my project was to test the suitability of Inconel 718 for turbine project. It was largely for avian turbine project, avian turbine engines. So at that
Where
high,
did you work for this?
I worked
IIT.
in IIT itself under under the guidance of our professor, senior
How
professor.
many people were there in the team there?
We were two people.
Only 2 people?
Yes, sir. And we were under guidance of post graduation students as well as our senior professors.
And how many months did you carry on with this project?
We 6 to 7 months we carried out as a summer project, as well as I pursued it as a my BTech project.
Acha, so you also turned it into a BTech project?
Yes, sir. I continued my research on Inconel 718 and BTech project also.
Okay. And after everything that you did, what were the conclusions that you had as far as this project is concerned?
We found out that Inconel 718, it is not a single material. It is alloy basically. It is alloy of steel. We add certain material.
Alloy of steel.
Yes, sir. It is alloy of steel. We add certain other materials like cadmium. We added cadmium to add ductility to that Inconel 718, and as well as we added some other material, means carbon percentage or decrease so that to increase the strength of that material to sustain it at higher temperature. And we concluded that Inconel 718 can be used for a high temperature purposes, where it can withstand with high temperature without going to corrode. Means without corroding, it can sustain its strength.
Where were these turbines supposed to be used?
What, sir?
The turbines made of this material
Yes, sir.
are supposed to be used for what?
They are
Aviation.
They are also used for aviation. They can also be used for that any high engine purposes, means in rockets or wherever in that plane. Mainly they are used by DRDO in that fighter
Now
place.
they are being used.
Sir, I don't know exactly, sir, but we tested it successfully that it can be used. Earlier, before that, some other alloys of steels. Before Inconel 718, there I do not exactly remember that serial number, but in previous versions of Inconel, I guess it was something 580 or other. It was used, and to improve the ductility, we were trying to test the cadmium percentage, and that was our aim. Means by adding cadmium.
My point is very simple, Sunil.
Yes.
Now, after having had told me about all of this,
Yes, sir.
all that I'm thinking about is, with everything that you have done, your father retired as a laboratory assistant.
Yes, sir.
What lab is it that we're talking about?
A lab assistant at 10th and 12th level, sir,
In a school.
in a school.
Okay, okay. Private school, public school?
It was a public school, sir.
Public school.
Yes, sir.
How many years did you work in this?
He worked for I don't remember exact year, sir, but
When did he retire?
he just retired last year, sir. Last year at 58 years, at the age of 58.
That is 2019.
Yes, sir.
No, no.
2019.
When did he start working?
I don't remember exactly. Some means I don't know exactly, but he might be started working in 1990s, I guess.
1990.
Yes, sir.
So it's almost like 30 years.
30 years. Yes, sir.
ओके तो अभी इतना सब होने के बाद मेरा सवाल बहुत ही सिंपल है.
Yes, sir.
You seem to have someone who has fairly reasonable understanding of what he was doing as a student of engineering in a premier institute in India.
Yes, sir.
Graduates with fairly good score.
Yes, sir.
And then goes and joins CRPF.
Yes, sir. I gave CRPF means I
So
started.
my point is, why did you not try
Okay.
to continue working in engineering?
Okay, sir. Sir, during graduation, I started studying metallurgy, and I studied it with complete dedication. Means I pursued metallurgy as a. I started to think as a career option, and but while studying metallurgy, I got decent mark also. But I thought that means that my interest not grew up to that level. I think it should be my career option. And during my graduation, I came to know about civil services. I thought that in metallurgy, my domain of work would be restricted to one area, one particular area. And in civil services provide us diversity of opportunity to use our potential in larger way. So I thought, and then I thought that this can be the window of opportunity for us to work in larger domain. Therefore, I
What
thought
is the larger domain that we're talking about?
a larger domain means civil services provides diversity of opportunity, diversity of fields. Like as an IS officer, we can work in rural development as well as health and many other areas, which would have been restricted in metallurgy. It would be kind of specialized job. So I thought that I can think about these other options, and unfortunately means in some or another way, if I could not get into the civil services, I can think of metallurgy later on. But if I have this
ना तो तुम
opportunity.
civil services में जा रहे हो with all the 5 items which you have done.
Yes, sir.
ना तो तुम metallurgy में जा रहे हो, तुम जा रहे हो CRPF.
Yes, sir. During the preparation of civil service,
CRPF क्या है? Specialized job or a generalized job?
it is a kind of specialized job, sir.
Specialized है ना?
Yes, sir.
It won't give you any diversity of opportunity. है ना?
Yes, sir.
है ना? CRPF का choice क्यों किया फिर? Easily I have done your state services.
Sir,
If you're committed to doing civil services, if your idea was that civil services compared to engineering is better because it gives me diversity of opportunity, you could easily have done state services.
sir, I prepared for civil service, UPSC civil services for 3 years before giving CAPF examination. And I also read about MPSC syllabus and tried to know about exam pattern. I have found that MPSC syllabus and exam pattern is somewhat different from UPSC. And I thought that rather than studying completely different syllabus and appearing for completely different exam, this UPSC and in it CAPF assistant commandant exam is very means is better opportunity for me to work in. So I thought that rather than changing the exam, I should focus on one exam only, means one UPSC only. Therefore, I did not pursue for
Point
MA.
is not what exam you give. Point is what comes at the end of the exam.
Yes, sir. Means I brief.
After coming from an IIT with 7.3 out of 10, joining CRPF.
Sir, and that might seem as kind of aberration in my career, but at that time when I have to take the decision whether I should go for metallurgy or whether I should go for civil services, I thought that I should go for civil services, and unfortunately I could not qualify civil services, sir. Therefore, I gave CAPF examination and I opted for CRPF.
I don't know, it just doesn't sound convincing at all because it just makes one feel that whatever you have done before this was a sheer waste of time.
Uh,
है ना? आपने 12th standard कहाँ पे किया है?
and in Nagpur.
Done a junior college, एकदम plain Manila, science वाला 12th standard है,
Yes, sir.
है ना? After that you go all the way from Nagpur to Varanasi,
Yes, sir.
and then you change all of it and enter into something like this CRPF.
That was some harsh.
Gross, no, that's not harsh, it's not harsh. It's like a gross misjudgment of your own potentials and capacities. And I don't know, I leave this to you. What sort of extracurricular activities do you pursue as part of teaching?
In teaching, sir, in when I was in 10th or below that level, I used to teach to low standard student. When I was in 10th, I used to teach 7th standard student and below that level student.
Just to get money for it.
No, sir. I don't. I'm not doing for that money. Just they were not able
And
to.
after 10, how many years have you taught people?
Sir, in 11th, 12th, I did not teach,
Are
but
you teaching people now?
sir, somewhere means for guidance lecture I go there, but my means peak
Guidance lecture?
Yes,
कहाँ
sir.
पे?
just means in any library or any other ki how to prepare for means competitive examination, etc. But my peak year in teaching was in my graduation, where I participated in Kashi Utkarsh, one of the organizations of our IIT BHU, who take many social initiative, and education to the rural areas or one of these major social initiative where I pursue teaching as a hobby
How many years?
for 2 years, sir. I started late second year until third year, first year, and I did it till third year.
And as part of cricket, do you bat or ball?
I am all rounder, sir. Means I bat as well as I ball.
Do everything.
Yes, sir.
And
Field.
what level do you pursue this interest?
Oh, sir.
Are you part of some regular team where you pursue this interest?
No, sir. Means I do not pursue as a regular hobby, but when I was in college and wherever I get opportunity, I play cricket, sir.
This one mentions your mother is a housewife
Yes, sir.
and yet she has an income.
Housewife means, sir, she has beauty parlor. She runs beauty parlor as well as she pursued tailoring.
So do these things work out of the home itself?
Yes,
Or
sir.
does she have separate
No, sir.
establishment?
At home itself, sir. At
दोनों भी
home.
घर से ही चलते हैं?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Okay, okay. And she is the only person who does tailoring. So she doesn't have any assistants.
No, sir. No assistant. She herself.
All on her own.
Yes.
All on her own. Okay. क्या किया जाए? Gross किस्म का जो problem है ना, in terms of how do people assess themselves, what do they feel they're right for? It starts off at all those levels. अच्छा, Varanasi is where you were in the years 2011
11 to 15, sir.
to 15.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, did you move around the city of Varanasi?
Yes, sir. I used to move around the city of Varanasi.
And when you compare it with this place that you come from, which is Yavatmal, so this Shirpur place that you come from, this
Yes.
village,
Yes, sir.
and what is the population of this village?
Population is around 2,000, sir. To be
2,000?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And population of Varanasi when you left it?
Sir, I do not exactly know the population, but
Roughly.
it must be much more bigger than that of Shirpur, sir. It might.
It is obvious.
It is around. I think, sir, it must be around 10 lakh. Around.
So when you compare Shirpur with Varanasi,
Yes, sir.
so what are the stark differences that you find in the two places?
Sir, larger difference is firstly in terms of opportunity, sir. Educational opportunity, employment opportunity is very much there in Varanasi, and Shirpur being a village, it lacks that educational opportunity and employment opportunity. Apart from it, there are many services like health services or other marketing or any other facilities are more in Varanasi compared to Shirpur. But these are two major stark differences, and other means in terms of power structure or everything, being a district place, Varanasi is much more superior than a village, sir, which is Shirpur.
And if I ask you, is there anything similar in the two places?
Anything similar? It can be the nature of people. Nature of people is very similar in Varanasi as well as in village, because sir, village Varanasi, though it is a district place, but still not that much developed like Pune, Mumbai, or many other metropolitan cities. It is.
You've never been to Allahabad?
Yeah, sir, I went to Allahabad for two times, sir. I went there also at some.
Allahabad is not developed.
Not that much developed, sir. Means if we compare with Pune or Bombay, our mega cities, their cities is means Varanasi and Allahabad is not that much developed.
Okay. So that was your first impression about the place. Actually, you have taken a look at this entire thing that is called as the Varanasi beautification plan. Did it start when you were there?
Varanasi beautification, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan just started.
No, not the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. The Abhiyan to change Varanasi in terms of giving it a facelift, reconstructing it as a major pilgrim center.
Sir,
Do you have any idea about anything of this which had started when you were there?
sorry, sir, I don't have any
You don't
idea.
have any idea. आपका ये जो batch था in metallurgy that passed out of IIT BHU,
Yes, sir.
how many students did it have in it?
72 students were there.
72 students.
Yes, sir, including means BTech and MTech student. 16 MTech students were there.
But you graduated as part of the BTech batch.
Yes, sir, BTech batch.
So the BTech batch had how many students in it?
62 students.
62.
Yes, sir.
How many of them are doing civil services now?
Very few, sir. 3-4 students are doing civil services.
And are all the others placed?
Someone are placed and someone are pursuing MBA and doing other things. We can say that 60-70% students are placed and 30-40 students are pursuing other career opportunities.
There's a major reform conducted by the government
Yes, sir.
to the coal sector in India
Okay.
in the last 2 months. Do you have any idea about how would it change the sector?
Sir, sorry, sir, but I do not have exact idea about major reforms which were conducted in last 2 months. But I have some means I know something that it has been done online. Means the tendering and etc. have been done online.
That's ages ago. वो नहीं, वो बहुत पहले हुआ है. अभी गए 2 महीनों में क्या हुआ है?
Sir, sorry, sir, I don't know what.
No idea about that. Not heard of it. So what are the major or minor minerals? When it comes to India and when it comes to minerals, okay, a major problem which we have is the paucity of minerals which are absolutely necessary
Yes, sir.
as far as new modes of communication are concerned.
Yes.
है ना? So you have any idea about what exactly is it that the government is doing to sort of patch up this problem that we have?
Sir, I don't recall or I don't know, sir, exact initiatives.
Rare earths क्या होता है?
Rare earths means exactly, sir, I don't know, but they are their quantity may be rare. Therefore, they,
Quantity?
quantity means they found in very less amount
Either.
means in on earth, means on soil, in soil or other oceans.
I'm not very sure. Not very sure about that.
Oh, sir, sorry, sir, I don't know.
Have you ever been to a mine when you were doing metallurgy?
No, sir. I
Never?
never been to mine.
Never been to a mine?
No, sir. Sorry, but I know.
You've been all over the place, but not to a mine. Okay, when you look at public administration and its condition in India as of now,
Yes, sir.
and if I ask you as someone who is a prospective administrator, someone who is eager to enter administration, right at the top of your mind, what are the major challenges that we are facing as far as administration in contemporary India is concerned? Up to you. So if I ask you to list as far as your priorities are concerned, तो ये कौन से challenges के बारे में हम बात कर सकते हैं?
Sir, there are several challenges in Indian administration as if now to list on. First one is inefficiency in Indian administration. Second is the problem of corruption, bribery in Indian administration.
Now forget that. Inefficiency and corruption. Are the two related to each other?
Yes, sir. They can be related. They are related to each other, sir.
They are related.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is the impact that they have?
They create they slow down the process of administration and make it difficult for poor strata to reach to the administration and make administration biased towards the wealthy people and those who can pay. This means it creates class divide in Indian society as well as it hampers the effectiveness of Indian administration.
Hampers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. अच्छा ये अमेरिका और चाइना के बीच में ये ट्रेड वॉर वाला जो किस्सा है ये एग्जैक्टली क्या है?
Sir, America and USA both are trying to become the major. They are trying to become global leader at this point of time, and China is posing great challenge to USA as a leader of the world. And earlier, industrial production of China was not that much, but in last 20-30 years, China has multiplied their production capacity, and now they are sending their products and manufactured product to USA, and to prevent that dumping of materials of China in USA, the USA have applied many tariffs and anti-dumping duties on USA, and in back to reply this, China has also applied many anti-dumping duties and this anti-dumping duty and many tariff on US materials. This has created the trade barriers among the USA and China. This is can be called as trade war between USA and China. Means they are restricting the trade between two countries.
Are they talking to each other about resolving this?
Yes, sir. They are trying to resolve this conflict, but their main issue means they are trying to be global leader. Therefore, they are not.
No, that is fine. We are just talking about the trade war all the thing. So when we are talking about the trade war thing, you say that they are trying to resolve it.
Yes, sir.
So what have they done as part of the resolution? Is something done? Is a deal signed?
Sorry, sir. I don't have exact knowledge about their steps, what they have done for resolution.
Your place, Shirpur, is part of what Vidhan Sabha constituency in Maharashtra?
It is part of Yavatmal district, Yavatmal constituency.
Yavatmal Vidhan Sabha constituency.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it a reserve seat?
No, sir. I don't think it is reserved seat. It is
You
not.
don't think nahi.
No, sir.
Things don't happen because you think.
No,
You
sir.
don't think.
It is not a reserved seat, sir. As
It's
far
not.
as. Sir.
Okay. Did you vote in the last assembly election?
Yes, sir. I voted in the last
You
election.
voted in the last assembly election. So who has got elected as the representative of this segment?
BJP candidate elected on that with Sanjeev Reddy Bhodkurwar, sir. Sanjeev Reddy Bhodkurwar.
Okay. And this is first term.
No, sir. This is his second term.
Second term.
Yes.
You already was an MLA from this segment.
Yes.
ओके ओके अच्छा ये वाला जो आपका सेगमेंट है हाँ तो अगर हम ये सोचे कि इस सेगमेंट के कोई ऐसे स्पेसिफिक इश्यूज है which can be addressed by using administration
अच्छा.
huh? So what would those problems be?
Sir, I do not exactly understand.
The assembly segment
Yes, sir.
that you come from.
Yes.
So every region in India has its own problems.
Okay, sir.
There are different types of problems. Social problems, economic problems, problems related to development, all these types of problems. So if one is to identify in this assembly segment a set of problems which can be resolved by using administration. Okay, it can be administration used at the level of the district. It can be administration used at the level of the tehsil. It can be administration used at the level of the village, whatever.
Yes, sir.
पर हमको administration को invoke करना है to resolve problems. So do you have any idea about what problems can those be?
First thing can be, sir, to streamline the process, means process of administration. In what we observe, people have to wait for many days to get clearances, to get certificate, etc. If we streamline, if we fast the administration process there, then the works of many students or any other official work can
So
be.
speed is one major problem.
Yes, sir.
Which needs to be addressed.
Yes.
Okay. And you have any idea about what creates a problem of speed?
Sir, according to me, it is the human interface which creates the problem of speed. If somehow we can harness the technology and reduce the human interface, make it online or some app, or by not online, if even if we create awareness among the citizens.
There are hundreds of things which are now happening online.
Yes, sir. But sir, major problem when I found when I visited Vani last year for certificate, the problem is awareness, sir. Means though it has become online, but they don't know ki even after becoming online, how many days it will take to clear the certificates. So awareness, what I consider, sir, on the part of administration, can be major.
Okay. So, do you think that the recent act, CAA,
Which one, sir?
CA,
Okay.
Citizenship Amendment Act
Yes, sir.
of 2019, goes against the very spirit of Constitution?
Sir, by prima facie, we can say that, sir, means the provision in the bill, persecuted minority, which includes that
Is there such word in the bill?
Persecu-
In the act now?
persecuted minority is there, sir, and which
It is there.
persecuted minority which includes other minorities except Muslim minority. So this creates the impression that the bill is against the spirit of constitution. Mean it is non-secular. So by
Now, what is non-secular in that?
by not including Muslim as a minority in the bill, it is creating impression that it is goes against our secular character of the constitution.
Okay.
Sir, rather than writing all the other minorities, if there is only word persecuted minority, rather than other spelling other five minorities like Buddhist, Jain, etc. If we have only the word persecuted minority, then it would have been such better.
Okay. Fine. See, in 91, we adopted LPG.
Yes.
Now, do you think that this policy has influenced the frame of Indian administration?
Frame of Indian administration. Yes, sir. This policy has
In
definitely.
what way it has influenced?
So after LPG, the process, the Indian administration has been globalized. So Indian economy and Indian
The administration.
yes, sir. Indian economy is globalized. That increased the competition between main stakeholder, and administration in this competitive era has to be efficient. If we have to promote our domestic firms, etc., so we cannot run our economy if there is a problem like red tapeism in our administration. So we try to address the problem of red tapeism in our administration. Apart from that, sir, along with globalization, there was privatization in our economy. So many administrative area where there was many PSUs and other administrative aspect were reduced after privatization and liberalization. In liberalization, reduced the administrative process, administrative discretions in our administration. So all in all, we can say that it has reduced the scope of administrative discretion, and it also increased the challenges of Indian administration by making it global.
Whenever we talk of reforms, administrative reforms,
So,
what does it exactly consist of?
administrative
Reforms. When
reforms.
we say reforms, administrative reforms.
Administrative reforms are largely means mostly focused on increasing administrative efficiency. And in administrative reform, we studied that what element reduce our efficiency in administration, and we study that process and try to address that those things which are happening in our administration.
No, efficiency can be motive, can be the aim, which we want to seek through reforming administration.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about, say, the components of the very process of administrative reforms. So, what would be those components?
Sir, in administrative reform, if we notice the administrative reform in current phase, mostly we are focusing on that technology. We are focusing on harnessing technology
Okay.
to reach to the citizens directly, means to reduce the middleman between government and the people, administration and the people, and we try to reach to the citizens.
You must have read about Citizens Charter.
Yes, sir.
Now, do we have Citizens Charter in India?
Yes, sir. We have citizen charter in India, but it is not legally applicable in Indian administration.
Is Citizen Charter anywhere legally binding in any other nation state?
I don't have exact idea, sir, about it, but
But here we don't have that.
Here,
Okay,
in India
it is
we
not legally binding.
it is not legally binding.
Should we make it legally binding?
Sir, considering all the administrative aspect, we can make it legally binding. But before making it legally binding, we should focus on one aspect, that charter should be made very carefully, sir. Considering all the stakeholder, that charter should be more.
Now, when
stable
we
to
say
the-
stakeholders,
Yes, sir.
then we should include A, B, C. Who exactly?
Sir, most of the charters which were formulated in India till now, they were largely formulated by top brass of administration. Now we should include the lower administrative personnel also, as well as we can take the help of citizens also, their suggestion regarding charter, and then we can formulate the
Now,
charter.
have you read any charter, citizen charter, in
Uh,
connection with any department, ministry?
Sir, I did not exactly read any of the charter, but I have idea about what the charter is consist of.
What does it consist of?
Charter includes the vision statement of the organization. If it is about health, it is about any hospital, government hospital, then it vision statement would be like health for all. And in mission statement, second part of the charter, it will
Why is it named as charter?
charter. It is like the chart, which means the services provided to the citizen. They are written on the chart. Therefore,
Therefore, it is called a charter.
yes,
Chart. It is because of chart.
yes, sir.
Are you sure about that?
No, sir. I am not exactly sure, sir.
Okay. Okay. And you think it can be legalized?
Yes, sir.
Now, what kind of impact would it have once it is legalized? What would happen? What exactly would happen?
Sir, in exact term, it will empower the citizen. Means they would have knowledge about the services provided, where the grievance should be put, and in what days they will get their grievance redress, and how many days, at what cost they are getting the services. They would empower the citizen, as well as it will make our administration more responsible to the citizens.
Now, what is the possibility of doing the same? Do you think that in near future
Yes, sir.
that will be made legally binding?
We can make legally binding in
Is it possible?
Sir, what I think we should have trial for it. Means in some district or some state we can try it, or in some service in some sectors we can try it, and then we can study the success rate of this or what problems we encounter. Then we can make legally binding in next 4 to 5 years.
Okay. Uh, Public administration happens to be your option.
Yes.
Now, there is one critique that the subject called as public administration is essentially American in nature.
Yes, sir.
Why that is said so?
Sir, because public administration as a separate field of study, it was originated in America in 1887 after the essay of Woodrow Wilson, and even after the origin, many of the public administration thinkers were largely American in origin. So therefore, there is perception that public administration is
Any prominent scholar from outside America who contributed to the discipline?
yes, means Henry Fayol. He was European, sir. He was not from America. He has
He was
also.
from Europe. Which country?
Sir, I guess sir, he's from France, sir. Though I'm not sure, sir, exactly, but he's from France.
Anybody else?
Then, sir, as far as I can remember, only Henry Fayol, sir.
No one from Asia.
What, sir?
You can't remember anyone from India or from China.
From India, currently, sir. Currently, we have Mohit Bhattacharya as a public administration thinker, and in later phase, means in 60s and 70s, there was.
Can we call Mohit Bhattacharya as a thinker?
Sir, he has studied, sir, many things. And apart from Mohit Bhattacharya, if we in 1960s there was V.A. Pai Panandikar, who was also prominent thinker in public administration, who gave concept of development administration.
Who?
Gave concept of development administration, means he studied development administration.
When was that?
It was in 1960s, 1970s.
1960s.
50s, 60s, sir. I do not exactly remember the years.
Okay. And if you are asked about the origin of the very aspect of administration, that's development administration.
Yes, sir.
So when did it emerge?
It largely emerged after the Second World War, when the post-colonial era, largely development administration concept was emerged, when the third world countries started their
So
administration.
do you think, given the complexities of our society, we no more require the generalist kind of administration?
No, sir, generalists are also required, what I think, sir. Means, though the specialist job, the demand for specialist job is increasing, but generalists are also required to have complete understanding about any policy or any other matter. So generalists are also important, sir.
Now, if you are asked to roughly guess the percentage, so this for the generalist and the remaining for the specialist, so what would be that proportion?
Sir, if I guess it, I think that currently there might be 50% might be special, 60 or 70, 50-60% specialist, and remaining 30-40% generalist.
Now, as of now, we have that.
Yes, sir. I guess yes.
Okay. And thank you, Sumit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
दी युनिक अकॅडमीचे नवनवीन व्हिडिओज आणि अपडेट्स मिळवण्यासाठी लाईक करा, सबस्क्राईब करा आणि शेअर करा.